yeah, this is one of the secret seeds. Needs upplanted, so I'm going to be doing that today. So y'all can join me. I'm going to get the feeding done real quick. I'm going to get the feeding done first, and then we'll get this stuff done. Getting hot out here rather quickly, but before I can get those seeds up potted, I need to build a fence right here. That way the turkeys and the their turducken crew has a fenced in area right here, because they've been roosting on my porch, and that's nasty. So they're not getting on my porch tonight. They are not roosting on this porch. So after I get feeding done, I'm going to build them a fence. I'll use the fence that I use for the second generation meat chickens, because they are now in the big chicken tractor where we have harvested the first generation meat chickens for the year. So yeah, lots more to do today, but at least it'll keep them off my porch, hopefully. So yay, I got my porch cleaned off. I got their turducken crew fenced in just for the evenings. That way they can't get on my porch and make a nasty mess again. So right now we are going to transplant the secret seed Thorhaven Farms sent, and if you can see that, these are the seeds, one of them. And I'm going to uppot them into these containers, because as you can see, they're growing like crazy. They have little spines on them. I'm still not 100% sure what they are. It's something that I've never grown, but we're gonna uppot them and probably leave them in the house for a bit longer, because it is upwards to 100 degrees here outside, and it's like almost 8 o'clock at night, and I've had to wait until now to do this because it's miserable. But going to go ahead and transplant them into the bigger pots. The other seeds are growing as well. Not sure what those are either, but this is the most interesting challenge in Shed Wars that I've ever been in, and I'm glad to be a part of them. So if anybody knows what these are, I'm kind of leaning towards mustard greens, but with the spinies on them, they're a little prickly. Not really sure. I guess time will tell. So let's go ahead and get these uppotted. There goes my nice clean deck. Oh well. It's not animals, it's humans making a mess. So I got so many, I'm going to split them into 2 different pots. I was originally going to put them all in the same pot, but now that I think about it, they deserve more room, so I'm going to have to make another label. But this should do fine. Even not knowing what they are, I'm going to Be very careful. Just only get a few. That's probably perfect. Trying to do kind of half and half. I'm sure there's somebody out there that knows exactly what these are, and are probably like, oh, I can't believe she don't know what those are. But I don't. I have never grown this before, which makes it even better, to be honest. Got a couple more here. And then I think just about every seed that I planted germinated. And if I am correct that it is mustard greens, like I said, I was going to keep them in the house for a while. So they should do fine in there. We keep it about 70 in the house. I'm going to add some more of that. I'm trying to be very gingerly with these plants because they are tender. They're just seedlings. I don't want to break them after them growing so well. Oops, that one might make it there. Yep, I'm clumping them together because I'm afraid I'm going to break them. And that's alright. Because if you've never grown this certain thing before, it's all trial and error unless you know what it is and you have directions. But then even then, it might not be suitable for your climate. So you have to also make adjustments. Because like right now, because the directions did say that not to plant these with any brassicas, any cole crops. When I got the directions from Thorhaven, not to plant them with cole crops, or anywhere that cole crops have grown. So I decided just to put them in containers. And what if, in being said they did come from zone 4, what if it is a crop that enjoys the cooler weather? So if I put them in containers, I can keep them in the house, I can take them in and out, and they should do fine. But then again, I could have it all wrong. Alright, well there we go. There's our secret seed transplanted. And like I said, I'm going to keep them in the house for a bit. Voila. I got a few more things that I want to transplant. I have some dwarf tomatoes that are really taking a beating from the sun. So I'm going to put them in bigger pots. Those ones right there. Put them in those bigger pots so that they can have more water, more soil to soak up more water for them, and hopefully they won't wilt. A dwarf tomato is like an indoor plant, patio plant, something that you know, gets a lot of attention. And I have it in a very shallow hanging basket, and it's not good for it. So I'm gonna up-pot it and water it really good, and hopefully it was a little droopy this morning or this evening, even after watering this morning. So hopefully it'll come out of it. I would love to see it get lots of fruit. Okay, I got the dwarf tomato plants all transplanted. Yes, this one looks very sad. He's been in the heat. He's also been in this very shallow hanging basket with this cocoa core, coconut netting, whatever you want to call it. I call it crap. It dries things out way too much, way too quickly. It's not good for things that are gonna be in the sun. Now, mind you, if it's gonna be in the shade on your porch, you're giving it constant attention, it's probably gonna work just great for you. But for a bigger farm or anything, it is, you know, when we have so much to do, I can't water it 50 times a day. I was sticking it in like a bucket of water and letting it soak through the night, and it was working pretty good. Now with the upwards 90, I mean, I've been out here just a little bit and I'm sweating already. So, too hot, needing a bigger pot where it can get more water at one time. More soil around it means more water that it can soak up and get into them stems. I know I have a couple tomatoes on there that are ready to pick. I'm not going to pick them until it perks up out of this. These are going in the house. These are going to be sitting here on the porch. That way I can tend to them. Hopefully a little easier. Now looky here, lightning bug already, and it's not even dark. So, time to cook supper and watch some YouTube. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I hope you all have had a great day. I hope wherever you're at, you can be where it's cool if it's hot where you're at. All of our plants are taking a really big beating from this heat wave that's come through. Of course, it is almost July, so should be expecting this. Getting up earlier to do all the watering and getting out later to check on everything. But heat wave in plants and animals, it's hard on us all. But gotta learn how to cope with it. But I hope y'all have had a great day, and y'all come back.